Hello and welcome to Boye Photography, Notes from the Lightbox. I'm Stephanie Boye. Today I wanted to talk to you about absolute non-negotiables in your wedding photography package. I am married to a photographer, so photographs are extremely important to me, but I would say there's only two things you walk away from your wedding with. One, a spouse, and two, your pictures. So arguably, it is one of the most important things that you should consider. After you've decided what your budget is, you're going to start to look into photography studios, and you're going to see that there are so many different studios that offer tons of bells and whistles for really extremely cheap prices, and then there's going to be others that are more expensive. Just remember, when you see all those albums and everything included for a really cheap price, the truth is you usually get what you pay for. Here's what I recommend. I recommend you get the best photographer that you can for your budget, because who needs all of those inclusions if you have terrible pictures? So my number one non-negotiable would be get a great photographer. Number two non-negotiable would be the DVD. This is essential for anything that you want to do. If you have a very limited budget, make sure you get the DVD, because this is ownership of all of the pictures. At our studio, we do 300 DPI 8x10 images. We'll give them to you higher if you want them, higher resolution if you want them, but this gives you the freedom to create albums if you want, to make prints, to do whatever you want to do with them. And most studios should give that to you. I have heard of some holding on to images, but it's not unreasonable to expect that you would get your DVD of images 6 weeks after your gallery has been posted, which should be somewhere around 2 to 3 months after your wedding. And the number three non-negotiable would be the right number of hours. I always recommend to brides and grooms somewhere between 8 and 9 hours. 8 hours will give you good coverage from getting ready, preparation pictures through cake cutting. 9 hours, if you love pictures and you really want to give us some extra time, I think 9 hours is a nice time frame. The one thing you do want to consider in there is drive time. If you have drive time or a long time in between ceremony and reception, you might need between 9 and 10 hours of coverage. If you have an extremely long day, maybe you have something coming at the end of the wedding reception, food truck, something like that, you might want to have 10 hours or more. But all of those things you'll pretty much know. But a solid wedding should be about 8 to 9 hours. So, these are my non-negotiables: a great photographer, the DVD, and the right amount of time. So if there's any money left over in the budget, my next recommendation would be the engagement shoot, because this is a great opportunity for you to work with the photographer and see what kind of rapport you and your spouse have with them, as well as be able to look at your gallery. More than likely you'll have some really beautiful pictures, and then the wedding day pictures will be like icing on the cake. But looking at the pictures, you can really find out how you like to see yourself, what angles are good, what angles aren't so good, and it's a nice dry run for the wedding day. The other thing I might recommend is a photo booth. It's just a great way to capture everyone from your wedding. You invited them because they're important to you, and a photo booth really brings out their silliness, their funniness, their really kind of organic, authentic personality. Thanks again for watching Notes from the Lightbox. Please Facebook us or email us with any questions or comments that you might have. If you have a question that you want us to address, we'd love to hear from you.